Hi guys, Clash of Clans Raids here, and today I'm bringing you another episode of High Loot Farming Raids. And today I've got a really cool few Bloonion Raids, and these raids are seriously high loot, just as before, and it's just going to go really well for me. I really like raiding with Bloonion because the amount of percentage points you get means you're very high chance of getting a 3-star on a lot of raids. So in this raid I've got a lot of spells, I've got all the spells I've got, and there's a lot of loot available. I don't think I get all the loot, but I try my damnedest to get as much as possible. So, as this is quite a tough base, it's quite tough to Bloonion, because you look at the walls and you think, oh, it's an easy base, but most bases that are spread out like this, that are quite wide bases, are quite hard to Bloonion, because the balloons have to travel quite far, and balloons travel really slowly. It's just a fact they do. They're really slow, and it's really annoying, and there's just nothing really you can do about it. So, right here, the king's trying to get into the centre because he's been aggravated by the queen as she shot him. So he's going to go in. As she moved away, he's going to go for clan castle. One swipe, that's down, straight for the queen. I rage him up because he's going quite low in health, as well as it will help with his attack on her if he's got more health. So the queen's hopefully going to go around the base and take as many of these storages out as possible. So we've got a gold storage there. The king is getting distracted by those skeletons. So those skeletons attacked his little barbarians. Sorry. So the queen goes to take out the arch tower, and the skeletons pop out, so I pop her ability because I know she's going to get shot by the arch tower while she's trying to take out those minions. And so takes down the air defense. King's still going in the top corner, goes for a few swipes on that elixir storage. Queen swings back around, goes for that mortar, and then goes for the elixir storage, which is pretty cool. But sadly, there's cannons and the stuff around, which just isn't very good for our queen. So she gets taken down really quickly as soon as she runs over here, because she's in range of that cannon. Cannons do a lot of damage, especially at that high level, and so she's down, and the raid is over, which is pretty cool. And so we got 200 odd of each, 200k odd of each, and then we got a nice loot bonus. This raid wasn't going after the gold. I was going after the elixir, because elixir is what you need whilst raiding with Bloonion, because balloons take a lot of elixir, and so it's quite an easy base as well. And 44 cups, I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to go for it. As we are in a push, as well as I'm farming a little bit, I'm going to take as much loot as possible, but also I'm going to try and make sure I win every raid, get as many 3-stars as possible, any 2-stars if it's good loot. If it's not good loot, I probably won't take the base, even if it's high cup, because it's just a waste of that Bloonion raid, I feel, because the amount of elixir it takes and the amount of resources it takes to train up Bloonion to next to bases, you need decent loot so you can make a profit, so you don't just run out of resources whilst you're pushing, which kind of sucks sometimes. But you know, that's what happens. So I've got a last rage here. The load of Bloonions are going over for this last air defense and this last arch tower. Then we've got a mortar in the top corner, and once that mortar's down, the raid is over. And I say the raid's over because there's nothing else I can do damage to my units. There's probably a few traps around, but still not going to do enough. So I put my king's ability. I still got my queen's ability. The reason I put my king's is because he's doing a lot of damage, so I want him to do as much damage as quickly as possible, so we can try and get this 3-star, because those 44 cups look really good. So we've got all the loot. Now it's got a few skeletons, which are annoying because they're going to lure a few things away, but luckily we still got a minute 30 left, and all just to go and get that one builder's hut. So minions take that out before anything else can get there. 100%, 3-star, 44 cups, 280k elixir, nice loot bonus, absolutely brilliant in my opinion. So then right here, I forgot to click record whilst actually doing this because there was so much loot available. I just wanted to try and get as much as possible. And the storage is quite spread out, sadly, and I'm still not that good with Bloonion, so it's not the best raid ever. And considering I only had one rage and one heal, I had to rely a lot on those 2 spells, as well as my king, queen, and minions. And minions sadly went quite a lot to the sides, and a lot of minions got distracted by those clan castle troops, which is alright because clan castle troops suck. I don't want my king and queen to get distracted on those because those are really important. So king and queen go now for the centre, and so we've got the king in the centre taking out the town hall, so the queen. I've also got both their abilities, and so I raise the king up right here, just take care of the other guy's king, because that's just going to suck. So queen right here takes care of that gold storage. King puts a decent few hits on this gold storage, actually takes it out, so we get all of the gold apart from 180 gold, so we get 300k gold, 200k elixir, absolute brilliant raid. I'm happy with that, so it's pretty cool. So I've got a few more raids to show you guys in the next video, so stay tuned for that one. So thank you very much guys for watching, I'll see you next time.